بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh everyone, and I hope that you have had a wonderful November so far, a blessed one, because I know it's been another 2 weeks. I think I'm going to just start uploading every 2 weeks now and try to stay consistent. Before I get into this video, I know you've seen the title and you're like, what do you mean by that? So I will explain myself, and I promise, pertaining to the topic of this video, it is not deceitful, because I'm going to talk about how it's these thumbnails and titles do get a little bit deceitful. That's really what this video is really going to be talking about. But first, before anything, I want to thank all my 86 subscribers. Thank you so much. Remember when I was happy when there were 6 of you guys? Seriously, that was not even that long ago. So wallahi, I'm so proud. I'm so happy. I would be lying. So anyways, I love you guys, if you can tell by now. Now, I've actually written down some things that I want to talk about when it comes to, pertaining to the topic of this video. So hopefully, and it's at least bright enough. And if it's not, then I hope that it is at least focused. And if the camera isn't focused, well, I don't know. So what I've written down is for this video is, first I want to talk about how things that are not yet but should and probably will become popular, because it's more important. What I mean by that, it's more important to make things popular that are not being talked about enough, such as what I'm about to talk about right now, versus things that are already popular, like, Andrew Tate, or someone who's like a celebrity, and you're only talking about them because they are popular already and have shown interest in Islam. Now, like I said, that makes me happy. Recently, there was a guy named Speed. He's extremely popular, 13 million subscribers. He's interested in Islam. I don't have time to talk about that. I'll probably just put it up on the screen for you guys. Okay, because I know I have these ridiculous long intros, so I'm just gonna get straight into the video. I actually want to do something. It's probably not as important as this video and what I'm about to talk about, but I still want to not take too long with this video. So anyways, I miss you guys so much. And if you you do or do not celebrate Thanksgiving, but you just you sneak into your non-Muslim friends or family's household just to take some of their food, whether it's halal or not, I see you. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not here to expose anyone's sins. We're not perfect. Okay, I see you though. Okay, I just want to let you know. I'm sorry. So what we're going to talk about first is, and so since I have it in front of me, I was going to talk about something else first, like the thumbnails, and how we, myself included, we also have to we all have to be, even though I'm not necessarily a Dawah channel, and that's what I'm saying, just Muslim channels in general, because imagine if I made this title along the lines of the truth about Muslim channels. Do you have any idea how many negative, terrible people would come over to my channel? So yeah, that's exactly why I did not do that. But I will be sticking with this title for now, I think, because 2 out of the 3 that I'm really going to be trying to talk about are Dawah channels, and one in particular is really annoying because of the music in the background. Even though I still listen to music, and some people think it's haram, some others don't. It's hadiths on it that have me confused as well.
What are you thinking?
I was gonna say Al-Fatiha, but that's the opening.
Okay, that's potentially one of the other names that it could be.
Wait, did you say surah?
So guys, please download this app for no commitment, no strings attached whatsoever.
So that's not what this video is going to be about, but I will address how I think we should stick to Islamic topics as much as possible and not create too much bid'ah, right? Too much innovation. And what we talk about, I think we could all learn a lesson from that. But actually, as I have it in front of me, there's this guy, I Am Warner. Go subscribe to him. This is not a hate video, so I'm actually going to encourage that we still support each other. Go ahead and subscribe to him if you would like. He does street dawah. He has a very fun, loving approach. He knows how to talk to people. He seems like an awesome dude. He's just got a lot of energy, and I really like him. So, but that can actually backfire. I feel like he's gotten a little too excited with his titles, for instance. I don't know if that made sense, but he'll say stuff like giant guy is I'll just show stuff on the screen here as I talk, giant man gives dawah, or giant Muslim guy this and does that. He's really, really, really tall, so he's referring to himself as a giant, guys, in terms of his height. So it might not have meant any harm when he did what I'm about to show you guys right here. So what he actually did was, now what I'm showing you right now is, it says obese Christian couple try to challenge Islam. Now as you can see, this was uploaded by somebody named Only Truth is Reality. Now, this is probably just like a fan of his who re-uploaded his video because he is blowing up on YouTube right now. Because like I said, his approach and his, you know, he's pretty awesome. And he has had some shahadas, so, which is the goal, right? Like, if you're gonna actually be out on the street, I think it's dangerous for women to give street dawah all the time. Like, but if I ever have people in this where I live to help, because where I live it's kind of dangerous. Anyway, so he gives street dawah, and you know, he can do it by himself because he's like 7 feet tall. So but that's not what we're talking about. It's really just like, okay, his approach is great, but if you haven't noticed by now, I'm talking about the title, obese. It's like, well, I know he calls himself a giant, but that yeah, he's nothing small, so I don't know why you should even focus on anyone's looks even a little bit when it comes to giving dawah. It's just like my first pet peeve. I just feel like genuinely, like, that's just not a very nice thing to do. This is the original title of his video. I know I said that Only the Truth is Reality uploaded it, but they're just like regurgitating what he had as the title previously. Now, he was kind enough to actually change the title once hearing enough valid criticism, and I want to make that point very, 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 very clear to you guys, because in saying valid criticism, it just means that we are trying to help each other out with our Muslim channels, and you know, make sure that God isn't like displeased with the things that we say and the things that we do. So on YouTube, because YouTube is already a form of innovation in and of itself, it's the way we communicate now, you know, among like other platforms. So this is what he changed the title to. As you can see, he changed the title to Chubby Christian Try to Challenge Islam. Now, I'm pretty sure he did have originally, as this re-uploader had made, he kept the original title, I believe, but I'm almost 100% sure that it both were called Obese Christian Couple. So as you can see, this person went as far as to put hashtag Obese Christian Couple, and I just think that that's forgive me if I'm wrong here, but I just think that that's really in poor taste, and it's just my opinion. I just think that it's in poor taste to not only regurgitate that title even after he changed it, like they both were uploaded a week ago, like whatever, but then also to like keep the original title when the original title was criticized for a reason. Now, speaking of criticism, I'm going to move on to the three Muslims. Now, you know, if you guys have been here from the beginning or even halfway through my channel, I'm sure I've mentioned them already from a video you've probably watched. Now, to be honest, I love these guys still, like I said, for the sake of Allah, I do. However, I have to call out something. Like, this is like one of the main reasons I decided to make this video. Obviously, I do need to make sure that you guys know that I'm alive, and, you know, make sure that I talk about things that are important to me anyways, because why else do I have a channel? Ultimately, I would also like to give dawah. That is my ultimate goal, and to obviously film it and share it with you guys. So that's why this topic is obviously very close to me. I have been a revert, even though I've been born Muslim, I've technically reverted back for like the past 9 months now. So there's like kind of like these topics and stuff, like they mean obviously a lot to me. So I just, you know, I felt the need to talk about it, and it really is just me giving more of a constructive criticism. I hope that that is okay. So yeah, I'm not trying to create any extra innovation here. Now, I will just say that this is pertaining to a comment that was left under, you know how they can like make community posts, like when you're popular enough, you can make community posts, right? So I wish I could have made one for you guys, letting you know that I was about to make a video, but YouTube is stupid like that. And, you know, if I don't have 1,000 subscribers, then I can't let you guys know when I'm about to upload, or I can't post random pictures to YouTube, things like that. So I wasn't able to tell you guys, but I really wanted to tell you the minute it happened. This is really weird, but they actually deleted a comment, and I'm going to just read it to you guys. The comment, now, this is just from memory. It might have been slightly different, but if you trust me, you trust me, right? Obviously, it's deleted now. So it said, LOL, we can see that that is not the woman who is choking him, or that is not the woman who, basically, yeah, I know, right? Like, what do you mean choking? What is this title? What are you talking about? What I'm talking about is they were sitting down with their friend Gabriel Romani. You might have heard of him. I love him because obviously he is a therapist or a psychologist. I forget which one. He's a degreed, person, of course. So he talks about and he conflates Islam with his degree and what he considers, valid criticism and advice for young couples, young people who want to get married, and like other things like that, and other just like basic life issues as being a Muslim. So that's what I like about his channel, but we're not really going to talk about that. We're just going to talk about how I think that the title was fine, but that the thumbnail, we're gonna move into thumbnails now, guys. The thumbnail was bad. I feel like the thumbnail was very deceitful. I don't think that they were trying to be deceitful, but then I questioned that for a second because I just have a feeling that Fayyad might have been behind this. Like, he's mentioned in the past, I wish I could show the clip to you guys, but he's mentioned in the past, if I can find it, I'll show you how, he's like made jokes about it. He's like mentioned like, oh, is my thumbnail good enough? And I'm like, is it clickbaity enough? He was joking, or, sort of, but obviously, like, they have an editor now, so I don't know if it's their editor making the thumbnails the way that they are. But yeah, it was just, like, very concerning. Now I had to hurry up because something just came up. But anyways, I will just, this video isn't meant to be long anyway. I just wanted to really mention that to you guys. So anyway, basically, they're talking to Gabriel about how this young woman was really small, even though she was grown, managed to choke him because of a jinn. She was possessed by a jinn. She ended up choking him. He was doing a session, in his office, I think abroad. I think he was in Malaysia or somewhere where there's a lot of Muslims. I'm not sure. I have to rewatch the video, but he was definitely just sitting there in their studio talking to them, confessing about like this situation. I've never heard of it before, where he was genuinely dealing with someone who was possessed.
She choked me. I've never, even when I do jujitsu, bro, it's like, cannot compare. Okay, her power, I was shocked. I got caught off guard, right? She started literally going, right, and then like trying to get me in a lock. It took me 3-4 seconds to react, to break her guard.
And if you know anything about possession, I know a thing or two about demons, unfortunately. It's no laughing matter, so for them to like have a thumbnail that was deceitful, that showed him wrestling a guy, the guy was blurred out. Usually you blur out women for obvious reasons, but anyway, the guy who he was wrestling in a fun, wrestling kind of way was blurred out, making it look like he was choking Gabriel, but they were just play fighting. It wasn't serious, or it was serious, but it wasn't, what I'm trying to say. He wasn't trying to hurt him. So that's the picture they decided to use in replacement for the fact that they didn't have a photo of the actual woman choking him, which is what they were talking about in the video. So my whole thing is show the picture of what you're going to be talking about. I have pictures of the people I talk about, like the women with the hijab ban. Those women were actually protesting for the hijab ban, so I had them in my thumbnail. And then I had a picture of myself. I think that having a picture of yourself next to your subject is completely halal. This is my opinion, okay? Take it how you will. I just think that it's more appropriate. Okay, so that was the first thing. So they deleted the comment where, once again, now it's going to make sense, where they said, LOL guys, we can tell it's not a woman's arm. And I commented underneath where I said, yeah, they mean well, but wallahi, man, these thumbnails are not befitting. I wonder what God would think of this, and then I said a little something else, and I was trying to be really kind, I wasn't saying too much, and I got a few likes, but as soon as I clicked on it to see who liked it or how many people liked it, as you can see, now the comment is gone. So I'm showing you the picture right now, I'm sure, where the comment is completely gone, wiped away, and I'm just like left wondering why they would delete that, unless they wanted people to be deceived by the thumbnail because they wanted clicks. And what's funny is that video only got like 40,000 views, I'll show you, or something like that in the very next video. And then the very next video that they had uploaded has over 100,000 views, and that's because it just has three pictures of the people that are involved with the video, presumably popular people, and that's why. But still, my point being, if you show the other people involved and you show the subject, or even just the people, then that's enough for the thumbnail. You know what I mean? Again, I have to hurry. I'm so sorry, you guys. But this is really all I wanted to talk about. It's really not that serious, but I feel like it can become a problem in the future, just as much as like Sajid has mentioned. And speaking of Sajid, I don't really know if I trust or particularly like him as a personality either. My fitra tells me, I don't know. But he does try to at least quote hadiths when he's speaking. So I will still mention how Sajid likes to point out, he had pointed out how one of the first times that Sheikh Uthman was on the Three Muslims channel, they used a thumbnail of him that was so fancy, and you know his son does his thumbnails, so they usually are a little extra, but they used a thumbnail that was so yeah, it was just like kind of silly. It was like him like, blown up in the photo, and I believe Sajid. I believe him when he said that Uthman did not want that thumbnail to be like that. And even though his son kind of does like fancy looking thumbnails for their own channel, I think that they still show the subjects that they're talking about. So I thought their channel, the One Muslim Foundation, was still a little bit more appropriate of thumbnails than what they had done on the Three Muslims channel. They never took it down or changed it. So then it had me wondering who was telling the truth. Was Uthman really upset? Because he would later come back on the channel, of course, like nothing happened. But I don't know. It's just something to think about, because I feel like we could all learn from this. And I think that constructive criticism should never be silenced. And the way they silenced me and the person who commented, even though I commented underneath their video, even though I commented underneath the comment that was deleted, I feel like they deleted it because of both of us, right? And I just don't think that was really fair. So transitioning to, I just kind of wanted to conclude with that. There's probably other things I want to talk about, but let me see, you guys. Really in conclusion, because I'm thinking I touched everything I wanted to, and if not, I'm gonna make a follow-up video because I love you guys that much. And once again, thank you for 86 plus subscribers, because I know it's growing. I appreciate everyone who's been coming to my channel lately. I hope that you have a blessed rest of this year. In this really cold wintry time that we're having right now, certainly is a really good excuse for me to wear a burqa for once, if I really want to. I just wanted to conclude with this, is that as much as we've all fallen, I guess you can say, victim to the thumbnail culture, it is a culture, it is kind of an innovation, it's bid'ah, so we should all try a little bit harder. And I think that even if they meant well when they deleted the comment, I just don't think that they should have done that. But yeah, it could have just been because they later deleted the post, but as you can see, the post was still up. They definitely just got rid of the comment. Oh, I wanted to talk about the Muslim lantern. Well, I'm sure I've shown you, or if not, I'll show you here how his thumbnails are, again, just him and the subject. That's what I like about the Muslim lantern. I know he is also just giving dawah, and the other channels might just be talking about Islamic topics, or again, making topics related to Islam, even though they're not really about Islam, like a rapper who died, and then they'll claim that, well, we're just trying to bring people over to our channel so that we can introduce them to Islam and build this masjid. That's what the Three Muslims said they want to do. But anyways, I don't know. I just, sometimes you feel like you don't know who you can trust. Sometimes I still love them though. I only send them love, I don't want to send them any kind of negativity. And I'm also going to just say that sincerity is still more effective than clickbait. One more time, sincerity is better than clickbait. Take it from me. Okay, you show yourself, or you show your subject, or both, and that is wallahi the best thing that you can do. I'm saying wallahi, not wallahi on purpose. Okay, I'll talk about that later, you guys. Anyways, I love you so much, and that's pretty much what I wanted to end with. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm obviously in a rush now. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, because I know it's probably over by the time I'm uploading this. So yeah, thank you so much. Please do subscribe and follow my business page for clothes, and if you want to message me, here's my email and my Instagram. And anyways, if it rhymes, it must be true. Love you. And remember, sincerity over clickbait. Okay, it's going to get more views, and I have evidence to prove it. But I will be back, you guys, and I really appreciate it. Please let me know what else you would like to see from me related to Islam down in the description below. I mean, down in the comment section below. And for rhymes, it must be true. Love you. Assalamu alaikum.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.